Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome. Today I'm in the Mogador doing Silver Season Ranked and we're on the Atlantic and it's Domination mode. Now, map C, the C objective on Atlantic, what can I say? It's pretty much the go-to for a Mogador in my opinion, because you're the ship that does the best speed. They've got a Mogador too. I'm probably going to meet him and see. We're probably going to have a little duel, and I love duels. I've built this ship for dueling. My captain skills are giving me the absolute maximum DPS I can get away with from the Mogador. There is no other picks to take, and I will show you that build at the end of this set of ranked battles, as I'll be doing more than the one. Okay, if I'd spawned where the Yugumo was, I would have done the same play. I would have headed for C and pinged my teammate to go and capture A. The Yugumo has much better detection than me. I've got a detect of 7.5. He's around the 5.4, 5.6 mark. So yeah, basically he's a stealthy ninja. And I'm a bold, loud, fast French destroyer who doesn't care if the whole world sees me, because I'm fast enough to duck out of the way, and I have nice, strong 139mm guns that can shred other destroyers. And that's basically the size of it. Let's see if we can get into C undetected. See, we're on RPF. That could be a cruiser, that could be a destroyer. Difficult to say at this stage. Just going to send some preemptive talks in case my friend on the opposite team is in his Mogador and playing exactly the same play. It would be nice to intercept him with those. But they weren't entirely necessary, as it looks like there's no one here. Okay, I'm going to move into cab. And I like to park it behind this island for a bit and then just poke out and have a look and see what gives. Okay, I'm lit, so there are ships coming this way, and then all of a sudden I wasn't. Interesting. So I think we have a destroyer in the area, I'm sure. It's not the Mogador. If for some bizarre reason, if you check the minimap, you'll see he's down at G4 with the Georgia. Strange choices. I would have expected the Georgia and the Mogador, being both very fast ships, to have come to sea, but I've got a Lepanto here with me, and I believe the Jutland got a sneaky peek at me while I was going into camp. There's the Lepanto. Should be able to put some fire down on him from here. Right, we've obtained the captain team, and indeed we have a fire gun. Okay, that's good. Torpedoes. Spreads of 5. Yeah, that's definitely the Jutland. There's a Jutland around here somewhere. Aha, there he is. Looks like the Schroeder spotted him on his hydro briefly. Down at D7. E7 moving away. Okay, yep, he moved away, and now the Jutland's coming across. We should be able to get some good shots. Whoa, stop, wait, hold the plot. Alaska. Right, I was going to ambush the Jutland, but this is now turning into a runaway maneuver. I've got to get out of here, and I've got to get out of here fast. That radar cruiser could end me. The Alaska is super strong in ranked play at the moment. She's a tier 9 heavy cruiser, and oh boy, has she got a lot to bring to the game. So we need to avoid that. We need to avoid her. Okay, I didn't take much damage, but he took my guns and my torpedo tubes. Only temporarily. I am running preventative maintenance, but it didn't really stop that happening, did it? No, the Alaska is a very strong ship indeed. A lot of respect for that ship. I've gone dark now. His radar is on cooldown, so we can now turn around and go hunt the Jutland. I'm hoping that Pommern and the Schroeder will be able to handle the Alaska. I may throw a little bit of hate his way, but I'm really interested right now in focusing on where the Jutland is. Because if I can destroy that destroyer, and this is the main primary role for your You want to take out the enemy destroyers wherever possible, because that gives your team a huge advantage in a ranked match. If the enemy loses its eyes, you have a rather large advantage if you do. Okay, looks like the Pommen's moving to intercept. So yeah, we're going to head south. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Mogador took out Ayugumo down at A. In other words, he's doing his job. Oh dear. And the Los Andes has decided not to stick around at A and hold A and take on the Georgia. He is actually moving southeast to our position. Oh, northeast, I do apologize. Northeast to our position. There's the other. That's what I was right. I'm staying dark as he's in his smoke. He's actually moving out of his smoke to light. This is good. This is a mistake from the Jutland. We can punish him for this. Hit the reload booster, and as you can see, we are gunning him down. Got some very good hits into him there, and now it's just a case of fishing. Yeah. Okay. So the Los Andes moved all the way over here just to kill the Jutland, steal my frag, and now he's turned around and he's heading all the way back to A to defend it against the Georgia. Thanks, I guess. Here's the Mogador. Okay, we should be able to get some cheeky shots. Although those missed. Let's try that again. I just want to lower his health a bit. I don't want to engage. Broke his engine. And maybe his torpedo tubes. And I'm under radar from the Alaska. Okay, the Alaska's pushing the Pommer. It's all going on, isn't it? I'm going to assist the Pommer. At this range, I don't really feel I have any other option, so we're going to... We've got a fire on the Alaska, which is great. We're going to move away, just in case the Alaska decides to have a go at us again with his gun. Right. Here comes the pain. Going to try and avoid it. And we avoided some of it. But he's still got a pretty good hits into me. He's a good player, this guy. 5k into me. 5,600 damage. And he's out of there. I'm rather glad he's gone because he was one of their better players. Brilliant ambush on me at the start of this match. And the Pommern failed to take him down particularly quickly. He definitely knew what to do. And let's face it, if I'd stayed at that angle and I hadn't jinked, I suspect he might have taken me out of the equation. At least put me on super low health. Okay. Oh look, Mogador's shown up. We've got an opportunity here to take him out of the equation. Going to hit the reload booster. And that should be it. Yeah. Okay. Nipped in the bud before he became a problem. Okay, so that just leaves Lepanto on this flank. And I think the Pommer's more than capable of dealing with that. Although... I'm going to hang in the air a bit. So we've just got Lepanto and the Sturdy to worry about. But as you can see, now they have no destroyers because I focused the Jutland and the Mogador. They have no eyes anymore and they are down to 2 ships. So we definitely have the advantage. Okay. Too sure where the Sturdy is. He was last seen at F7. Moving into G6. That was a while ago. That's a problem with subs. You can't trust your mini-map to give you exact positioning on a submarine. Because if he spent the last 2 minutes underwater, he could quite frankly be anywhere. There's the Lepanto. Okay, we're going to assist the Pommern in taking the Lepanto down. We've got a submarine on also assisting the rest of the U-190. There's a nice little island just ahead of me. I think we'll probably use that, sit on the corner, and high explosive farm, which should provide adequate support. Well, is he turning that way? I think he's turning that way, so we're going to move towards there. He seems to be straightening up and holding his course. If he keeps his current speed, he's going to be in trouble. Okay, let's get some shots down on him. Can't quite get the rears on him, so we're just going to reverse. Yeah, rear turrets. Torps just missed, so I guess he didn't turn as much as I thought he was going to, and but the speed was about right. Okay. Now I want to avoid being the target for his main battery, so I'm staying behind this island because I'm quite low health. If I had more health, I would be a little bolder in my strategy. But he's quite low health now. I think the Pommer's very healthy, so I don't think he's going to struggle to get this guy down. Okay. And there you have it. Right, first match won. Brilliant. Off to a good start. Okay, going to collect my gold, and we're at, well, 302,000 credits, 65k damage. Yeah, pretty okay match, pretty average. With the Los Andes sitting at the top proud. I suspect that was mostly his secondary batteries, but I'm going to compliment you anyway. Lovely steel, by the way, on the Jutland. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. God damn it. Reasonable spread of damage. I did 18,392 on the Jutland, 13,000 on Lepanto, and I just finished the Mogador off. That was good. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so this time we're on the map Trident. It's an arms race, and we're against the Atatara, the Rupertrecht, or the Rupert, the Pommern, the Baltimore, the Paolo Emilio, and the Akazuki. Yes, well, I'm going to have to watch out for the Baltimore radar cruiser. The Akazuki may only be tier 8, but she can definitely hurt me quite well. She's got very good guns. And it's going to be interesting being up against the Paolo Emilio. So what I like to do in arms race is basically threaten the two pickups that invariably spawn at E6 and E7. They don't always spawn there. Sometimes you get one along the E line at that point and another one at around E3. So that's not to be taken for granted, and one pickup will spawn later on around the E3 area. As you can see, there's 3 islands up ahead of me. And what I like to do is use these islands to maneuver and ambush enemy shipping. I'm specifically looking for DDs that are trying their luck to see if they can get the regen booster or the damage booster. I am not actively seeking to pick up those buffs just yet. I am much more interested in a quick, clean kill. So I'm hanging around here. I'm going to back off in a minute. Okay, we found the Baltimore, and I'm now going to try and hook it around this island. Okay, I'm under radar. Okay, I just caught the edge of the island, but that's okay. Stay calm and just hit the reverse and carry on. Weave a little and then move away. But now we have a pretty good idea of where the enemy ships are and where the Akazuki is. We've got the Pommern, the Rupert, the Atatara, the Baltimore. Most of their fleet is still pretty much mobbed up. So I'm just going to slide it around this island. Akatsuki's smoked up and is firing at me from his smoke. Should be able to avoid most of that. Baltimore's trying his luck, and we've gone dark. Okay, good. But as you can see, it's really important to use the islands to your advantage, especially if you do what I just did and get stuck on an island. Oh, the shame, the sheer shame. The ignominy of getting caught on the edge of an island. But you just deal with it, you know, and move on. Okay, now we are in a good position to pick up the damage buff, so we might as well. And there's the Baltimore. I'm going to send some torpedoes his way, because I feel that if he's probably going to stay behind that island, and the Baltimore is, as you probably know from my previous review of the Baltimore, quite slow to maneuver. So I'm pretty confident that I might get a torpedo hit or two on him with those. Okay, we're going to send some more down the lane in case the Akatsuki decides to come out of his smoke. And we can see the Paolo Emilio is here too. Yeah, and there's the Rupert. In fact, all the ships have come together quite nicely. Wow. Okay. So there we go. We secured a kill. It wasn't exactly the target I was originally after, but a radar cruiser is a top scout. So I'm very happy with that. I was hoping to catch a destroyer, making a misplay, but it turned into me making the misplay and eventually managing to take out their radar cruiser. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, I'm just going to move up to this corner now, and I'm going to basically rain some HE onto the Rupert, because we're in a good position here to harry the enemy whilst being undetected, which is great. Okay, we've got a fire. Some incapacitations. He's looking quite low. Okay, I think the enemy. I think we've got him. I think we've got him. Okay, I've got an Adatara bearing down on me at a swift rate of knots, and also the Pommern is pushing. So that's a Rupert dealt with, and now we're going to deal with the Adatara, hopefully. All the while being pummeled by the Pommern. Those secondaries, eh? I mean, both ships are in secondary range, so that's something to be concerned about. I'm going to have to do a bit of dodging and weaving. We've got a torpedo hit on the Adatara, that's great. He's flooding nicely. He's also on fire. He's not having a good day, is he? I like to help you with that problem. Okay. Alright, that's the Adatara dealt with. And very quickly, we've managed to destroy 3 ships. Okay, arguably, we've only got 4.5k health left, but we've done our bit to support the team, and it's all been a bit fast and furious. Now I'm just going to relax for a bit and stay dark. Thinking about torpedoes on the Pommern, but he's moving away. He changed course and moved away. So they've only really got a battleship and 2 destroyers left. So now I'm just going to keep an eye on things and see if the enemy destroyers make a move. Okay, our Akatsuki's just dealt with the Pommern, which is great. Unfortunately, their Pommern torpedoed ours. Okay, so we've got a Paolo Emilio and an Akatsuki to deal with. John Bart dealt with the Paolo Emilio. fire on the Akatsuki. And he's out of there. Okay. That was a pretty fast match. That's another thing, a reason why I like rank play. The matches are fast and furious, especially in the Mogador. It's all over very quickly. You don't get much margin for error in this ship. If you mess up, it tends to the end tends to come pretty quickly, unfortunately. Let's have a look how we did. Middle of a fleet. Okay, yeah, there wasn't really a lot of time. No one really scored that great, but we got 3 ships. I'm happy with that. 34k on the Elatara, 28k on the Baltimore, 11k on the Rupert, and 2,755 on the Akatsuki. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's do another one. Okay, this match we're on Sleeping Giant, it's domination mode, and I'm in the Mogador. I do like this map, I must admit. It's great doing a speed run from B to A at 55 knots. Always fun. The Katsonis has got radar, so that's something to be concerned about. You have to keep half an eye on him. We've got an Alaska B, so we have a radar cruiser. We've got a Michelangelo, Atlantico, a Rupert, and an Iwami. And of course a Lightning. Great destroyer, the Lightning. I've got one on my team too. She's quite popular. If you haven't grabbed the Royal Navy destroyer line, I say give it a go. They're very fun ships to play. The short duration puff smoke that you get 5 or 6 of, which is great, allows you to pull off lots of ambushing, which suits destroyer playstyle perfectly. She's kind of a hybrid. She's got reasonable torpedo armaments, reasonable guns, and she has, of course, this short puff smoke mechanic. And she has hydro, which I'm pretty much jealous of. None of my French destroyers have hydro, so I'm usually playing by the seat of my pants. Okay, we're just going to secure the cap at B, and now we're going to push to A. And I'm going to keep half an eye out for the destroyers, because I'm sure I'm going to meet 1 or 2 of them as I move into A, and they're going to light me first. So I'll need to be moving at top speed so that I make as hard a target for them as possible. She can't quite do 55 knots, but she gets very, very close. Okay, we're going to probably start to cap A, and then we'll contest it and use the island arc in front of us to provide us with some well-deserved protection if most of the enemy fleet are here. Because I really don't know what I'm dealing with. I'm literally shooting in the dark. Okay, there's the Katsonis. Okay, I think he's made a bit of a blunder. I think we can certainly hurt him before we vanish. Yep. Okay, now we've got a really good idea of what the enemy fleet is up to. They've sent 2 destroyers this way that are supported by a Michelangelo and a Rupert. Their Atlantico is still at cap, but then the Atlantico is quite slow. Great guns, but quite a slow battleship. And the Katsonis has been taken out by the Lightning, which is great. I mean, I did most of the damage, but I didn't really want to hang around, and for good reason. I would have taken quite a lot of fire from the Rupert and the Michelangelo. You can see he's in quite an aggressive position, and the Rupert is pushing north. So we're just going to use this little gap between the islands to sneak some cheeky shots into the Michelangelo. See if I can get a fire. Our lightning, unfortunately, has just gone down from their lightning. I think he was expecting some support from the Richelieu and the Marlborough, and that never happened. And unfortunately, he has been removed from the game. Damn it. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to try and get some torpedoes into the Rupert side. But of course, he's turning, and there is an island. So I don't think we're going to get any joy with those. I was expecting him to come this side, my side of the island, but he's turning away and looks like he's going to hit the island. Anything to avoid getting hit by my torpedoes, right? That he doesn't even know are coming. Furious. I've drifted a little too far up. The island's blocking my shells. I managed to creep one over, but... Yep, hit his funnel. Okay, he's reversing. Be able to get some proper hits in now. Unfortunately, their lightning has taken the cap. Sneaky, I like it. Okay, that's the Rupert down. Richelieu helped deal with that one. A little late to the party, but he got there in the end. Okay, there's the Atlantico over there. The Iwami. Their whole team's pretty much contesting a cap at the moment. Okay, they've lost their Rupert and Nickosonis, and we've lost our lightning. And our Alaska is looking very low. Okay, Mizashi took out the Michelangelo. This is happening thick and fast. There's the lightning right in front of me. Okay, sat in a smoke pool with his hydro on, no doubt. Try and force him out of his smoke with torpedoes. Looks like he's moved off cap, so this is an opportunity to get the cap back for the team, whilst keeping half an eye on where the lightning's going to pop up next. Their Iwami is running. It looks like their attack failed, and it's 4 versus 3, so we're in a pretty strong position here. Okay, I've been lit by the lightning. Can't shoot at me, lightning. Shoot at me. I'm just, oh, there he is. Just waiting for him to pop up and have a go. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Okay, got a fire on him. Okay. And if you're wondering what the alternative random play captain build would look like gun range wise, when you add the 4.20% skill to increase the gun range on the 4-point line, you get 15.3 kilometer range, which is what I'm running at the moment on this. But I'll be switching straight back to the 12.8 because it's better for ranked, really. And I'll show you my rank build at the end of these matches. But 15.3 is very useful for farming battleships at range and for juking at range. Very good for open water gunboating. What with the amount of secondary in the game now, being able to stay just beyond that secondary range whilst battering them with HE is rather satisfying. You can imagine. It's no fun getting hit by tons of secondary all the time. And with the arrival, of course, of the Pan American battleships, there's even more secondary, long-range secondary in the game. Rejoice! Yay! Okay, there goes the Atlantico. Richelieu took him out, and I'm just going to pop round this corner and grab the cap at sea while their Awami is moving north to engage our Richelieu and our Barbara. Now, I'd like to think that our battleships will take this guy out, but we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. I'm just going to support them for a bit. I'm not capping just yet. I see a good opportunity to use the AP. Desperately trying to get a fire, but my RNG has been letting me down here. No fires yet. Meanwhile, the Awami's dealt with the Marlborough and looks very much like he's about to take out the Richelieu. What a strong ship the Awami is. I think in the right hand she is a bit of a monster. I've heard her secondaries are quite good. Quite strong, and she's a reasonable brawler. We finally did get a fire on her, but it took long enough. Right, we're going to go grab C. Just in case he takes out the Richelieu. Those torpedoes don't look good for the Richelieu. Yeah. Iwami offered full broadside whilst launching those torpedoes, and somehow the Richelieu failed to capitalise on that with a Citadel. Fine. I'm beginning to see why the Lightning player was a bit annoyed with him at the start of the match. Anyway, we'll take this for the team. The Iwami will take A for his team, and then we'll just run the clock down. I don't really see how he can win this. If I had a little bit more health, I'd be shooting at him right now, but I don't want to risk it for the team. This is what I call a relatively easy win, as long as I keep a cool head and don't do anything stupid. Got a fire on him, which he immediately put out. Interesting. Okay, we're just going to move away and head north. If he comes down to cap C, I'll move across and cap A. That way staying one step ahead of the game. But we win this in less than 2 minutes. So we'll see. Oh, he's coming straight at me. He's going for the quick win. He wants to sink me. Okay, well, we'll make damn sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, he's probing me with his ASW. But I've got my AA turned off, so I'm not going to give away my position with my AA guns. Sorry, not going to happen. I'm wondering if he's going to come for C. Yeah, there he is. He's turning. Okay. So he's committed to capturing C with just over a minute left. And considering how long it's going to take him to cap, yeah, I think this match is won. I think we've got this. We've got a very good lead. Even with 2 caps, he won't catch up. Not at this stage. So, GG. Okay, and there's the win. Those torps actually looked quite good for the Awami, didn't they? I guess we'll never know. Okay. Lots of tic-tacs and strategy there. Top of the team, 1,993 experience. Quite a high scoring round, even if the damage was quite low. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. Good spread of damage there. Definitely got to shell all the right targets. And quick look at the credits and XP. Yeah, I was running the 40% booster, so I got 281,000 credits. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so this time we're on Fault Line, and we're up against an Iowa, a Soviet Soyuz, an Odin, an Alaska, 2 Alaskas, and a Groningen. So it's the old adage, isn't it? What's worse than 1 radar cruiser? 2 radar cruisers, yay! So we're going to have to be really cautious. Now, the thing about Fault Line is it's quite a small map. It was designed for the lower tiers. So being in a tier 9 that does 55 knots on such a tiny map, I cannot stress enough how careful we are going to have to be about this. So what I'm inevitably going to do is I'm going to head down to the corner at E3, E4. I'm going to be a little more cautious than usual. They do have 2 Alaskas to think about, so we're not going to take any risks early game. What we're going to try and do is light the enemy fleet and figure out exactly where Team Red is going. If they're going for C, then I can get an easy cap at A. If they're going for A and they come in strength, I may have to rethink my strategy. If they're going mid, unusual, but if they do go mid, I might be able to tag A and at the same time put some fire on them from my position at E3, E4. So that's where we're going. We're just going to the tip of that island and we're going to reverse her in and take a peek. I mean, I'm about to cross the gap, so I might see something as I'm crossing. And most of my fleet has come with me except for the Atlantico, which is fine. That's okay. Fault Line is very much a confrontational map where quite often all the fleets come together at the same time. So we'll see how this one... Oh, hello. Okay, so they've gone this way, or at least the Iowa has. So that's one ship spotted, but we only know where the Iowa is at the moment. Aha! So there's an Alaska in about 20-30 seconds. He's going to be in radar range, so I'd like the team to try and sink him, or at least damage him enough to make him back off. And I'm just going to reverse her up here, put some fire down on the Alaska. Try and go dark. Put some fire on the Odin. And straight away, we have a Groningen. Okay, so I have to reassess my life choices here. If you look at the minimap, you can see we have 2 Alaska, 1 Odin, 1 Iowa, 1 Soviet Soyuz, 1 Groningen. So their entire fleet has decided to make a play for A. And our fleet is moving to intercept and defend. This is no place for a Mogador. They will have... If I'm on point, I will be fired upon by the entire fleet. However... bear in mind that I can do 55 knots, and this is a small map. So, the strategy now is to cap B and C while they're all busy fighting over A. So I'm going to do something cheeky. I'm going to bug out, leave some torps and just run. I'll get a few cheeky shots in on my way. Can I stay on this corner maybe and farm? Can I stay on this corner and farm? I might be able to farm some fires on the Odin. No, he's gone behind the island, okay. And there's the Alaska again. Can we shoot the Alaska, maybe? Okay. Alright, alright. This isn't going to work. So, back I go. Now, what I'm going to do is go dark. He is actually in a very bad spot, but... now they're all nicely grouped. I think it's a good time to make a play for B, so we're going to head for B. I know where both Alaskas are, which helps a lot, and I know where their Groningen is, so yeah, we're going to head for B and see if we can cap it using the island in the middle to protect us from radar detection, because we will be in range of that Alaska I'm looking at right now. We will be going into radar range of him very shortly. So we'll need that island in the middle of B to use as cover while we're being radared. I don't really want to fire because I want to stay dark and I want to do a cheeky cap. So I'm just going to go down here and cap B. And the Atlantico's got the right idea. He's going into C. So we can nab 2 caps early and start getting some points down for the win. I'm going to leave some torps there. I've been lit by something. That's probably the Groningen. I suspect the Groningen has now noticed my play, so we can expect a little bit of action from him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the Groningen. Okay, I'm under radar, which I was expecting, to be honest, this close to an Alaska. And I'm under hydro. That'll be the Groningen's hydro. So the Groningen is close. Closer than I thought. He must have been making a play for B himself. But it looks like we're going to cap. Are we going to cap? Yeah. And the Alaska can't quite see me with his guns. So we're just going to monkey around this island. There's the Groningen. Okay, the Groningen's coming to B. And is lit. We've got an Alaska at E4. They can fire on him. And I suspect we'll be doing just that. Yeah, the Groningen is looking pretty chewed up. I think he's got caught by the Alaska radar. And that's the problem. You really do, as a destroyer player, have to take the radar seriously. If you don't, your fate will be similar to that of the Groningen. If I wasn't this side of the island, I'd be in a lot of trouble by now. But their enemy fleet is obscured by islands, and they can't really shoot or target me. There goes the Groningen. I go dark as the radar's gone and the hydro's off. So I can now start figuring how I'm going to play this. I'm going to pop some torps down for the Soviet Soyuz. But see if I can start a few fires. You never know. He's taking an interest in me. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, well the Atlantico failed to get C, so that's where we're going next. We'll get 2 cheeky caps out of this. And we should then be able to find an island to use to defend B from. Okay. It's quite a slugging match, actually. Their Soviet Soyuz and their Iowa are looking very healthy indeed, and we've just lost our Pommern. It's going to be one of those games, I guess.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
So in a Mogador, it's very important to conserve your health, conserve your strength, because we're going to be in this for the long game. We're going to be waiting for the enemy team to make mistakes, and then we're going to try and punish those mistakes. We have one of the fastest destroyers in the game. But you see how easy it was for me to take B. It wasn't really rocket science. I could use the island in the middle. Our Pommerns managed to burn their Alaska to death. That's great. Hooray for him. And we now control B and C. And I'm moving back over to B. And I'm thinking about maybe getting some cheeky torps down on the Soviet Soyuz. But he's not moving very fast, is he? He's at quarter speed, I'd say. He's doing quarter speed at the moment. Okay, we'll leave those there. On the off chance that he moves into the 8-kilometer window. Yeah, I think he will. He's speeded up a bit now, so we might get lucky. Now, while he's not looking at me, I can shoot him with a certain amount of impunity, because I can always duck behind this island to my right if I have to stay out of trouble. The torps, unfortunately, are now not good because he's speeded up and he's turned out. Okay, he's still not looking at me. Not properly, anyway. No, he's firing on the Atlantico. Okay. Alright. But he is getting a little close for my taste. So we're going to back off. We're going to back off. I don't really want to play Mickey Mouse around an island without RPF. I don't have RPF on this ship, so we're going to move away. And leave some more torps for him. Meanwhile, our fleet is doing a very good job of defending the island arc above me. And they'll punish anyone that moves into A, I assume. Okay. Now the Soviet Soyuz has changed his mind entirely and decided to go for A, so those torps aren't good. He's decided he's not going to push into a Mogador, which I find intriguing. And the Alaska has moved the other side of the island and is looking for me, I guess. So we were right to back off. Now I'm just going to go and join the rest of the fleet and defend these two caps from a safe distance, because there's not a lot of point in taking any risks yet. We have a one-ship advantage, and so we're just going to back off. And is he stopped? Yeah, he's stopped. He's reversing. How boring. Just out of my gun range. Okay, of course. In case he suddenly grows a spine, we'll just hang here a little longer. He's very low health though. The Atlantico's been chonking him pretty hard. And we still have control of the B cap and the C cap. They've moved 2 battleships into the A cap, which is wise. And are of course avoiding my fire because they're out of range. Alaska is definitely reversing around that island. He's very low health though, isn't he? He's burning nicely. No, he's gone. He's gone. The Agir got him. Good job, Agir. I was going to finish him off, but the Agir was way ahead of me. Pity the guy reversed, actually, to be brutally honest. So we now have 2 battleships moving into B. 3 battleships. Well, 2 moving towards B and 1 heading north. The Soviet Soyuz has decided he fancies his chances against our Alaska. I'm going to put pressure on the Odin because he's quite low health. See if we can make his life a miserable one. Get some fires, please. Way ahead of you, man. Okay, so the Odin took out our Alaska. I'm not too surprised at that. He stole the frag from the Soviet Soyuz, to be honest. Okay, he's gone. And now we just have the Iowa and the Soviet Soyuz to worry about, who is actually very low. Okay. Alright. Thinking of leaving those there for the Iowa. Okay, we've got a fire on the Iowa. I'm hoping he put that out and then run into a torpedo and get flooded. Ha ha ha. We can only hope, right? And now I'm going to put pressure on the Soviet Soyuz. Could do with a fire. Come on. Give me a fire. Hold on. Alright. Fireproof Russian Teflon. 7 health. Okay, fine. That would have been mine, to be honest. Now, we only have 1 ship to deal with. There are 2 of us. Okay, the Atlantico's looking wobbly. The Iowa's looking very healthy. So, what are we going to do about this? I think I can get pretty close to him before he realizes what I'm playing at. We're going to YOLO. This is YOLO time. I'm literally going to sail right up and dump a load of torpedoes in his face. Okay, let's do this. He's still totally fixated on the Atlantico. He's blissfully unaware of what I'm about to do. Oh, he knows now. He knows now. His guns are coming round. Uh-oh. I think we can handle a broadside from his front guns are not really an issue. There we go. Yeah. We're healthy. Okay, and we just do that, and kabooey. Yeah, we still have half health. We still have 12k health, so... You gotta love French YOLO, right? Oh, what a finish. Okay. Wow. Whew. Finished on a high. Quite enjoyed that. Devastating strike, high caliber. Okay, so top of the team, 1,817. That's nice to have. Worthy adversary from the Iowa. He protected his health very well until the end. Okay, 75k on the Iowa. Of course, most of that was torpedoes. 51,000 of that was torpedoes. 22,914 on the Soviet Soyuz. 5k of that was fire damage. Odin, 9k damage on the Odin. The Alaska 4k. 113,241 damage in the end, which was nice to have. 46k main battery. High explosive 46k. Torpedoes 51k. And fires 14k. Okay, so with the 40%, we got 290,000 credits. After deductions, not bad. My name's Lone Gun, and this has been the Mogador in Sprint. The actual build I was running for all of those is coming up next, and I'll also mention the range swap. Thank you all for watching. Okay, so let's have a look at the build for all of those sprints. If we start with equipment, I had main armors modification 1 to look after my batteries and my torpedo tubes. And slot 2, I had engine boost modification 1 to give me an extra 30% consumable action time. That gives us 234 seconds of speed boost at 20%. So 55 knots for 234 seconds is very nice. I'll take that. With a cooldown of just 85.5 seconds. Then in slot 3, aiming system modification 1 to get that 7% reduction in shell dispersion. Very useful, and also to help with the speed of our torpedo traverse. And slot 4, we have propulsion modification 1, which, well, you're going to have to take this. This is compulsory. If you take anything else, I'll never talk to you again. No, seriously though, propulsion modification 1, because you'll want to accelerate as fast as possible into and out of dangerous situations. And also, if you're open water gunboating, it's great for helping to make you hard to hit when you're throttle jockeying. Okay, slot 5, concealment system modification 1. That gets our concealment down with this captain build to 7.5 kilometers. I know it's quite big, but trust me, it's useful to get it down, especially if you want to ambush enemy destroyers. And then in slot 5, we have main battery modification 3, which gives us an improved reload of 12%, but unfortunately takes the turret traverse down by another further 13%, which is unfortunate because it means the turret traverse is pretty bad. There's a reason why I've gone with Charles Henry on her, and you're about to find out. If you look at the battery traverse time with this build, you've got 17.2 seconds to turn those turrets just 180 degrees, and yes, you do get used to it. You can see with this build, the reload time is 6.7 seconds. If you save these main battery reload boosters for when you're engaging a destroyer, that is reduced by 50%, so you suddenly around about the 3-second mark with 8 139mm guns, meaning you will basically out DPM pretty much everything out there and destroy it very quickly, and then you'll be able to bug out. So very useful combination using the main battery reload booster with these guns. They also fire SAP with the AP, so short fuses, AP, very good against light cruisers for shredding. If they've got a bit of angle, it doesn't really matter. If they've got a lot of angle, it kind of does, so you switch back to HE. But broadside and partial broadside targets are fair game for the SAP, so never forget you've got that. As you can see with the torpedoes, the reload time is very good, 77 seconds, bearing in mind that this is a gunboat build, and the range is quite poor, 8 kilometers. The damage is quite good, 18,400 per warhead, and the speed is 75 knots, so virtually impossible to dodge, right? And detectability range is 1.8 kilometers. Now, if we look at the captain build, this is what I was running for most of those matches. I started with preventative maintenance, then I took last stand, then I took survivability expert, concealment expert, and adrenaline rush. Then after that, I got fearless brawler for those open water brawls, which reduces our reload down by a further 10%. And then to get the maximum DPS possible, I went with main battery and AA specialist to get the main battery reload time down by a further 5%, which is why I ended up with 3 seconds with the reload booster on. Very useful indeed, especially in ranked. And then I finished my build with grease the gears, which is main battery traverse speed improvement of 20%. However, the turrets are so bad and the rotation is so bad on this ship, I'm going to suggest that you start with this, then you get this, 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 and you finish with this. Not necessarily in that order. So start with this one, get this one, this one, this one, this one, okay, then this one, and then finish with main battery and AA specialist. And then with the last point, don't forget to pick up preventative maintenance again. I hope that made sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Okay. Right. Oh yeah, there was a long-range build I was running as well in one of those matches. That's the one I use for randoms. And that is literally this. Then last stand, then survivability expert, then concealment expert, then adrenaline rush, then fearless brawler, and then finally you pick up main battery and AA expert, and you forgo this and this. That's where you get your 4 points from, not taking those, but taking this, which gives you another 20% range, okay? So your guns will go out to around 15-kilometer range, which is very useful for farming secondary battleships. And since there are a lot of them in the game right now, it's quite a good build for randoms, especially when you don't want to get too close and too personal with your targets. This is very much for ranked, although you can use it in randoms if you like chasing enemy destroyers about. It's very good, very effective way of getting rid of them if you use the islands to ambush. Okay, so that's the Mogador. My name's Gun, and if you've enjoyed all these sprints and this explanation of the build, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Thank you.